Welcome back to another day of On the Rocks Entertainment, you guys. As you know, my name is Jensen, and you're probably wondering, why did I label the video Kauai Podcast? And I'll get to that in a second. But before doing that, I want to thank everybody, all my people who have subscribed to me, following, and the new ones that just joined in and clicked on my video. I really appreciate you guys coming on the channel. So welcome back and welcome in. So let's just answer the question of why I call it Kauai Podcast. Well, really, I didn't know what to label the video. Much of it is because I'm stuck inside here in the studio. As you know, Hurricane Douglas just passed us by merely 2 days ago. Sunday, June the 26th, I believe. Hope I said that right. So yeah, I didn't want to go out there and film that because I just wanted to do what was responsible and hunker down and hope that everybody hunkered down as well. I mean, of course, you're always going to have some people that are going to just not believe it and go out. I mean, that's it's been happening. I know everywhere where you guys live, you probably see that because a lot of the news and stuff and the way things have been handled. And again, I'm going to give you guys some of my personal feelings or views. Have been devalued. I think there's a lot of people that just either they hear it, don't believe it, or don't care, or both. And then we got the virus going around, the COVID-19, as you guys know. So again, I don't want to gamble with something and say let's overplay or downplay when the variable or what's at stake here is you being alive or not. That's something I don't really feel good gambling with. So I'm not going to really say any which way. I'm just going to play it the safe route because the most important thing, you guys, if you have never heard it from me in my channel enough, is life. Your life. It's the only thing that you can't replace. Everything else you can. I mean, even on the financial point, even though it sucks right now, the uncertainty of our financial situation as a world, as a country, as everybody. If it hasn't affected you yet, it's coming. I mean, we live in a universe where it's all balanced on each other. It's an ecosystem. You kill something in the ecosystem, the system itself is going to suffer. And that's just common sense, it's crazy in that sense, and one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube, you guys probably heard a year ago, I didn't even know how to turn a camera on and everything, and yeah, it crosses your mind, and you do something like this, it's like, man, how are people going to see my channel? Am I going to get hate comments and stuff? Of course you are. There's going to be people, whatever you do, there's always going to leave hateful stuff for not believing you. But then there's people that you can make an impact on, and it's going to be inspired by you coming out and having your own voice, and they're going to be nodding their head like, yeah, I agree, that makes sense too. You know what I mean? So don't ever be afraid to have your own opinion. I'm one of those guys that's classical worker bee guy. I've always done things like I need to do this, I need to get this done by now. I got to do this, I got to walk a straight line, and it was nothing that I ever wanted to do or had any passion about. It's just the way of the culture of my upbringing is like, you have to. And at the end of the day, I mean, it doesn't guarantee you success, and it most definitely doesn't guarantee you happiness at all. You could build big bank accounts and just be like going extra overtime, all this stuff, and just be the most miserable person with habits that, like bad dietary habits, alcohol habits, smoking habits, whatever it is, and you get that because of the stress. You're not really happy, and you got to get really I guess honest with yourself and find something that makes you happy, a hobby, a sport, anything. And I never thought of being in front of the camera. I like to film things from time to time, but I never said to myself, I think I want to be a camera personality. Never ever came like that. One day it just came to me that I have a lot of views and opinions and things I want to have to say, and why should I be afraid anymore to be honest with myself and be honest with people around me? And people are either gonna take a liking to you being real and being transparent and valid, but it's going to step on you because they're jealous that you have your own skeleton and you can, you know, hold your own. You know, I don't ever say anything to offend anybody or anything like that. You know, I just live life is just as real as I can be, and want to inspire and talk to real people that's like-minded like myself. You know, because you guys always see at the bottom of my descriptions, I always put life is a 4-letter word, but you only have one. And that's so true. It is a 4-letter word. It doesn't mean that you have 4 of them. You only have one life to live, and one life you can regret if you just don't really allow yourself to be yourself or allow yourself to live the best life possible. And that doesn't mean big bank accounts. It means, hey, at the end of the day, I feel fully confident. I feel fully happy with what I've done. You know, whether I did a lot or I didn't do anything, because that's your freedom too. You can pretty much do nothing and chill if you want to too. Rest is important, just as important as anything else. And sometimes you don't want to just force yourself to do something just for the sake of doing something. You got to rest and think of a purpose of why. So always do something, but know why you're doing it. You know, so there's a lot of gray areas and things like that. You know, doing YouTube, and this is going to be like the first of my podcasts. I'm probably going to have a discussion of topics and be able to be better in labeling and having the topic in front of the video so you know exactly what I'll be talking about. Today is just pretty much freestyle. We're just trying this out for the very first time. And the reason why we're doing this is because there's a lot of variables out there of we don't want to get each other infected, because, you know, this is going to affect more than just yourself. If you mess up, you involve other people. So if you don't care about yourself getting hurt and getting sick, what about the other people? You can make decisions for yourself and fail, but to make other people fail with you or get hurt is something that, me personally, I can't live with that, and I won't. So we're going to be responsible and do all we can. So usually you guys know I like to go outside and film things and take you guys on trips and stuff. And before the pandemic even happened, I was thinking of being like a mini travel vlogger and going to events and stuff and being you guys on virtual, you know, tours with me. And that would have been really cool. And I'm not going to write that off. But now my boat has crashed and we're swimming at a slower pace. So we just got to take it as it is and do what we can. And I want to be consistent. So I'm going to try to do whatever I have to do to upload videos and not be like 16 days apart from each other. I want to be coherent and I want to be well-rounded in what I do. So, you know, some days it'd be fixing cars, some days it'd be, you know, working on the fish ponds, doing hobbies, driving around. You know, hopefully I can have a time where I can do skits safely with the bubble of people that I'm usually around, or things get better and I can get more people involved. You know, it's always something that's on my mind. I never stop. And it's the beauty of this YouTube thing, guys, is we can communicate and we can talk to each other from all over the world, all different people, because we're all the same at the end of the day. And you know, it keeps us thinking about things, evolving as a person. Behind the camera, I evolve as a person. Always thinking of what can I film. Like always thinking of what kind of information is valuable for you guys that I can share, or what is funny that can make you laugh. You're having a bad day, but I'm gonna turn that shit around, and it gives me a different purpose than before of just 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, and like not knowing why I did it. You know, not having a clue of like why did I even have any desire or lust to do that. And now I do. I have a direction. I have friends. I have followers. I have a reason to get up and be strong. Is to keep this channel going and to keep it growing and to learn. And it is challenging. So I guess let's talk about YouTube today. Let's talk about, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, I do have people that comment below and they ask me about cameras and stuff like that. And it's a great question. It is a loaded question, but it's a great question because, again, it depends on what kind of things that you plan on filming. Like today. This is the second time I shot this because one of my wireless mics did not work all the way. So hopefully this one is working. It's a wireless mic. It's the Movo MWV1, I think. You know, roughly, it's one of the cheapest wireless mics that you can get. And I have it plugged into my Canon M50, which is $4.99 at Costco. And the tripod down here is a photo tripod. It's about $50 because I try to keep in a budget of under $850. And that's just for shooting this. Then you got the props and stuff like that. So it really depends. You know, it really depends. What I learned is, like, for me, I like to film a lot of things, and sometimes it's on a bike, sometimes it's in the water, sometimes you never know where I'm going to be. So I have a vast majority inventory of cameras and gear that I'm pretty sure any YouTuber can say, yeah, we have an extra room full of stuff, and sometimes we don't even know why we have it. It's because it's not like a one size fits all. You kind of learn that the hard way. So you build it up as you go. How can I explain it? Think of it this way, like if you're working on a car, you need more than one wrench, one screwdriver, one ratchet, you know, depends on what you're working on the car. You need different tools to access things, and, you know, pretty much that's the way it is. You know, you start off with something small and it starts to like, wow, I got Best Buy in my spare bedroom, you know, that's pretty cool. So yeah, again, that's something that, you know, any good hobby or something, you know, somebody who's a painter is going to have multiple canvases, lots of paint. Somebody who does, you know, wood carving is going to have a lot of chisels and wood. Somebody who's into models will have a lot of paint and glue and things like that. And they're always challenging themselves for bigger and better builds, you know. So anything that you're doing right now that is a passion, something that you're doing, you're not getting paid for it, nobody's telling you what to say, and you're doing it on your own free will right now, is something that it's awesome. There's a superpower behind it, you guys. You know, and that's another thing I want to say is, we on YouTube, as people who create YouTube videos, and all of you guys who watch videos, you guys already have a stance. You guys already have an opinion and have a voice, and so that's why you guys are here. You guys want to communicate. You guys want to hear things, or you want to share things. That's why you guys are on the platform. That's why social media has taken off like nothing else has ever in the world. I mean, Facebook wasn't enough. MySpace was first, I guess. I don't know what was before that. But then Instagram had to come out, and Snapchat and Twitter, and, you know, I'm probably missing 500,000 different apps that they do, and they basically do the same thing. It connects people on a platform where they can share, create, and really find themselves and do something that has some, you know, some value. You know, doing this, I think I've grown as a person, and I've learned so much, you know, just by coincidence. I never really thought that I would enjoy being behind camera. I didn't even think I would have an audience, to be completely honest with you guys. And I'm really like, you know, every day just blown away that I do. And I work in the blinders. I guess it's a good way to do it, is in a tunnel that I don't really look at the numbers, and I just keep on pumping out ideas and filming different things all the time. And I just think just being consistent and allowing myself to do so many different things along the way, you'll find yourself, you'll find what really is your strong point, and then once you narrow it down, you can just go full speed ahead. But like anything else, man, you're going to slip up on words. You're gonna fall on your face. Nobody ever starts anything and kicks ass day one. I mean, that's a boring story. I filmed a lot of shit that never even got uploaded, lost audio. This is the second time I'm filming this today. Didn't even write anything down. I just had a feeling and said, I can't go outside, but I want to film something. It's better to do something than nothing. And here we are. You know, it's like when you have an opportunity, and yeah, sometimes you'd be afraid to take the opportunity. I've done that a lot of times. But if you don't follow it, you know what's going to happen. Nothing. But if you engage in it, you're either going to succeed, or you're going to go, and you're going to fail. That's the only two options. And just go, because then you don't have the what if syndrome. You know, you can say, oh man, if I did play, I would have been awesome, but I just chose to not. Or if I did participate, you know, just do it. I mean, and you never know. You know, you might be the next best thing. You might make somebody's day. You might save somebody's life. You might do whatever it is, you know. Having an opinion and stuff like that is part of being a human being. And like I say, man, just because people don't agree with me all the time doesn't mean like, oh, I'm gonna go there and bash you. Like, man, you don't like what I said? You're not my friend. I'm not a dictator, and I don't believe in that kind of a stuff. You know, I'm more of a problem solver type of thinker. where, like in the words of the great Andrew Yang, which is somebody I follow, if you don't like him, it's your opinion. But when he said, like, the country, think of a country as like a house, and if your house is on fire, you're not going to ask how much water is taken to cool it off or what it's going to cost. You see the problem and you know you have to act on it. So you just use whatever you have to do to solve the problem. You work with whoever you have to work with to solve the problem. You got to bury your pride. And the last thing you want to do is downplay the situation like nothing's happening, or put blame on something, because that really doesn't matter. It's just taking the steps forward, working with whoever you have to do, and trying any idea you have to make any progress to get that thing done. And that's how you're supposed to live your life, period. That's how you're supposed to govern, period. That's how you're supposed to do everything, period. You need to put the best person for the job in there. Not the person that you necessarily like, or oh, we have a lot in common, or you look like me, so I like you. No. If you want results, it's always the productivity that wins. You know, time and time again, like I said in the last vlog, you guys, when I was driving around the airport or driving around town in general, I said the stupidest thing I heard was work smart, not hard. And that's, to me, and in my experience, I've always failed, because working smart was always delegating and trying to pass blame to somebody else, and it never got done. And we used way more resources to get something done than we should have if we had tackled it right at the beginning. If somebody just owned it and said, I'm going to work on it right now, rather than, oh, I thought he was, or I thought she was, I thought, you know, I got confused, and we used more time and we used more money, and the end product was crappy as it ever could be, because we just didn't want to face reality and just work hard right at the beginning. Like, just, hey man, I'm here, done, get it done. You know, just button it up and on to the next one. Bury your pride and make sure you just get things done. And I think that's what the old mindset of the country used to be. It's like, just get it done, you know, innovate, create, take ownership, take pride, and just do it. And credit doesn't matter. You're just doing things because you can. And at the end of the day, you look yourself in the mirror and you feel good about what you did. You don't have any spite or any negative thoughts of woulda, coulda, shoulda, whatever. You know, you stood up and you did what you had to do, you know. So that's my view of that. I'm not really a political kind of person. I'm just more of a tell it like it is person, you know, because nowadays you see things geared left, right, narratives, you know, pick a team, you know, you team Jacob or the vampire. I don't know. That was a bad reference, Twilight reference, because I don't even like that movie. But anyway, you get the gist. AFC or NFC, you know what I mean? Like, it really doesn't matter, the point. I mean, the thing is, it's beyond picking a side. It's doing the right thing, period. Anybody who can acknowledge and do that, my hat's off to you. We're behind you 100%. Anybody who's just trying to discredit or deviate or play off, downplay it, no. We're smart enough to know that there's a problem here. So, you know, that's all I have to say about that. But, you know, again, this is the first time I'm trying this new series of me just doing a podcast, and hopefully, like I said before, you know, I can get topics where I can be more specific on what I'm doing. But again, guys, we on YouTube, we're not really actors or getting paid or being pushed our lines or what I have to say, and that's the beauty of it. It is whatever you want to make it to be. Be authentic. People are going to want to be authentic and be inspired by somebody that they know that hey man, I feel the same way, or I don't feel the same way, whatever it is, whatever attention, good attention, bad attention, hey, it's getting out there. It's getting out to somebody, right? So just do whatever you feel that you want to do. Don't ever put the pressure on yourself. There's never a wrong way to do something, and there's basically a way of not doing it at all. So you get to think about it. There's not doing it at all and worrying about doing it the right or wrong way. Just do something. You know, everybody does things different. Everybody sees things different. Everybody takes paces at a different time. I think age and color and everything has nothing to do with everything, you know, with nothing at all. In this life, we only get one, and we either do or we don't do anything. And that's your choice to make. Nobody can ever say anything bad or whatever, take a position on what you do, because you are the sole owner of yourself, you know. And man, I got off a topic there. I just walked myself right into a corner. Maybe that's entertaining, but like I said, you guys, I usually like to take you guys outside and do other things, but never count out anything that I do. I try to make the titles fit what I'm doing that day, because that's kind of hard sometimes to make titles and thumbnails and stuff like that. I'm not about clickbaiting or doing anything like that. I just want to be transparent and just be a real channel that you guys can tune into whenever you guys want. And you know, either way, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy being consistent. For once in my life, I enjoy doing something that I'm not getting paid to do, and I'm not being told what to say. I'm just being exactly who I am, and just learning and having fun, and hoping you guys are safe and having fun and finding passion in something. You know, it's very important that you find something that you really want to say or really want to do or whatever, and just go do it, man. Just go do it. It's your time. I always say it, it's your time. But as always, you guys, if I can make you laugh, I can make you smile, if I can make you think, I've done my job. So that's what I wanted to do in the first place. And my motto will always be, life is a 4-letter word, which you only have one. Use it the best way you can, you know. Help a friend, help do something, whatever it is you guys can do today, man. I know that everybody's limitations is somewhere, but we all have good hearts too. So I will see you guys on the next episode. And you guys like my cool backdrop? I kind of changed it up. We left Japan and we're in some kind of a ghetto neighborhood, so you know, but it's safe, you know what I mean. I don't like people talk bad about it. See you guys on the next one. As always, you guys take care, and aloha.